Okay.
So, all right, we are live, Patrick.
Yay, live. Woo.
How's your week going?
It could be worse. I could be on fire.
Yeah.
But I do smell gasoline and the kids playing with matches nearby.
That's not good.
It will be what it will be.
Right.
And what will be toasty.
Yeah. Is the new dog acclimating?
Sometimes. Last night he was Barky McBarkface for about an hour, just barking at everything and anything,
Sure.
and it's like, be done. Just be done. I'm looking forward to when we have him in training, so we can get him to stop barking as much. We don't want to silence him. We just want him to relax.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. My buddy Tanner, who lives near here, his wife has a dog. I can't remember what breed it is, but they named it Toto, which ironically they have another smaller dog that's named Chewy, and yet Chewy looks more like Toto than Toto does. Whatever, anyway. But anyway, Toto just barks at anybody he doesn't know. Just no stop, just barks at you until you leave the room. Then he generally calms down. Well, it just seems that yesterday, my buddy Tanner, he picked up Toto and then just brought him close to me, didn't bark at all. And let me pet him and all that. And then after that, put him down. And then me and my buddy went out to have our guys' night. We had dinner and all that. And then the dog was fine. Then when we came back, apparently forgot. Started barking at me again. So I'll have to do that whole pickup thing a couple more times, see if that...
all dogs are different.
Right.
It's like, dog was barking for about a good 30 minutes. I came upstairs, like, have you let him out recently? And I was like, no. Oh, yeah, I let him out. He should be fine. Let him out. He pooped, he peed, he came back in. I'm like... Okay. Then I went downstairs and he started barking for another 20 minutes. Like, well, evidently that wasn't it.
Was he hungry?
No, he had been fed. We feed him when we eat. That way he's not bugging us for our food.
Sure. That's an interesting way to do that. I know one of the things my buddy told me about the Toto dog is, like, one of the things other than the dog getting used to him was one of the things he did was he, like, fed him a fry here and there whenever they had fast food and stuff like that. And that seemed to get him to trust him more as well, too.
No, dogs are very food motivated.
Right. So anyway, I guess since we're about almost 3 minutes in, we can start the show. Get our nice little quick show, because just to tell the audience, we don't have much to talk about today. So just some nice action figures. So
no cardboard.
No cardboard. We're gonna hold off on the Funkos because just because there's no new collections that we bought recently, at least nothing that's been put in the system. And so we just got some action figures. So I guess that's a good starting point. Welcome everybody to Rainbow Live Presents Wednesday Night Lights with your hosts
Patrick
and Casey. I guess we'll start off the show with the question of the day or question of the week. Are you excited for Superman?
I think everyone is excited for Superman. I haven't met anyone who's like, oh man, another Superman. It's, we've seen what he can do. We've seen what Gunn can do.
Right.
We know he gets superheroes. We know we're getting things that we haven't gotten in Superman movies before. And it really feels like we're getting back to the roots of the character.
Sure.
Obviously, we're going to have Luthor, but it seems like we're going to have other villains other than Luthor, which I don't think we've had Zod, but I don't think besides that we've had really any major, like, actual comic book villains
that had a lot of substantial time. No, other than Zod, I think you could argue.
You could maybe argue Nuclear Man, but not really.
Right. Sure.
You could maybe argue like that's from Superman 3 that it was supposed to be a play off of one of his villains, but not really.
Right.
It's
and then you got Batman v Superman. You got that villain, but he was only on for 20 minutes total.
Yeah, and it was like, and really it came down to Martha.
Right. So, well, I guess the second part of that would be for all the previews that you've watched, is there anything that you're questioning?
Not really.
Okay.
I'm very trusting of Gunn. There's nothing that makes me go, I know, but it sounds like even when they've had screenings and something didn't play well, they've like, okay, we'll just take that part out. And it's like it or re-edit it, and they're listening to the fans, and I'm just like, okay, Gunn gets it.
Sure.
We'll see.
Yeah.
And we'll go from there. And quite frankly, everything I hear about Guy Gardner just makes me more and more and more. I'm honestly not going for Superman. I'm going for Guy.
No, I just actually recently saw something on the Guy Gardner part. It was basically, it's like on the tier of Green Lanterns, where is Guy? It was the interview. And basically it's like when there's a guy, and this is how Nathan Fillion actually answered that question. He answered it, it's like, if there's a person who has that ultimate super weapon that you want to call to help save you, it's Green Lantern. But then you find out it's Guy Gardner, and you're like, oh, really? That one? That's how he felt. The portrayal is going to be with Guy Gardner. But yet, if the what are the is it the Guardians? Yes, the Guardians need someone to go do something that is kind of questionable for ethically. Guy Gardner's the first guy they go to, I guess, is the way he explained it.
It's more along the lines of the people who are looking for the help are like, oh God, it's Guy, because they don't want to deal with Guy.
Right.
But it's at the same time, Guy shows up, and he's gonna take things to town. He's gonna do what needs to get done, but he's gonna be a jerk the entire time. And it's like, how can I put this? It's like if you were getting beaten up by a bunch of other dudes, and the guy who shows up to help you is your high school bully. He beats them all up and then gives you a wedgie at the end and walks away. That's Guy Gardner in a nutshell.
There you go. I don't know. That'd be interesting to see when that comes out, just based on all that. It'll be interesting with Hawk Girl on if they're going to have Hawkman in the universe or if it's just her. So
if they have Hawk Girl and they go the Justice League cartoon series route of having her with Jon Stewart, I'm okay with that. That was a relationship I really dug in the comic or in the Justice League Unlimited.
I don't know if they could go that route because of how young the actress is.
I don't know who's playing Jon Stewart at this point.
So. Right, but if you think about it on the tier system, because Guy Gardner's well after Hal and Stewart, so.
But this is their universe. I'm guessing that eventually we're going to get John. We're going to get the other,
because they still have the Lanterns movie coming out. So,
and I am guessing that we are going to, I'm guessing we're going to see some age shifts in that one.
Oh, true. Well, anyway, now that we've teetered off on the whole subject, I guess we can get back to talk about what we're supposed to talk about.
Okay.
So, before we get to all of what's in front of us, I will mention we just didn't want to choose any particular one, just because they're all so special. We have brand new figures over here in our Star Wars section.
New to us, they are brand. Yes. We had a collection come in. So we're going to have some older figures. I think they're episodes 1 through 3 from the looks of it.
Actually, a lot of what John told me came in were more episode 5 and 6.
5 and 6. Well, still, Empire and Jedi. So if you're looking for some figures that you haven't seen in a while, something for your childhood, because I know they'd be from mine. Definitely come in, take a look, see what we got, see if there's something that catches your eye.
Yeah. And I guess from there on, we got our nice little sci-fi there. Now we get to talk about, let's both talk about a little bit of Dragon Ball Z.
Ooh, Dragon Ball Z.
Woohoo!
So, we have...
Go ahead. I got to switch the camera.
So. Ginyu from the Ginyu Force. From the Dragon Ball Super series, we have Superhero Vegeta. We have Superhero Gamma 2 and Superhero Gamma 1. Ooh. So you got the 1-2 punch, as it were.
Then we got the Nankian ship. That's how you pronounce that, right?
Yes.
Or is it Namkian?
I don't know.
And it has with Goku right there. He's a little tiny, but yeah, that's something you want.
It's like the Micro Machines version,
right? Then we have Gotenks.
Gotenks.
Okay. Tells you how much I pay attention to those names when I watch this. We got Trunks. And then we got Great Saiyaman.
Yes.
That's not Dragon Ball. That is okay. Then we have Piccolo. And then we have Bulma's Racing Pod.
In the Capsule Corp.
And then the capsule spaceship with Master Roshi.
Forever a bigger pervert.
And then a new to us action figure from Batman. We have Batman. Detective Batman. So. All right, and that's it for non-sports. Guess we get to have a little bit of sports ball here.
So for starters, from the McFarlane series, we have Joe DiMaggio during his Yankee days. Where have you gone, Joe DiMaggio?
When I brought these over, I went a little old school for some of those older viewers that we have. So,
for along the way, we have Willie Mays. We have the Man, Lawrence Taylor.
The original LT.
Oh, probably getting too high there. The original LT. From the Knicks, we have Kristaps Porzingis. Gesundheit.
Yes. He was just recent. Well, he's no longer a Knick. He was a Red Sox. He was a Celtic, and now he's somewhere else. So,
I think it's maybe from that same New York collection we saw a while back. From the Rangers days, we have the great one, Wayne Gretzky.
And then that finishes off our McFarlane's. Now we have some starting lineups that I wanted to highlight. Yes, we have some sports ball ones, but
we have
Drew Bledsoe.
1996 edition.
Yeah,
that was one of the years he won the Super Bowl.
Lost the Super Bowl.
96, 97 is what I was thinking of.
Oh, 96, 97 was when the Broncos won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the man who went to the Super Bowl before Brady was on the team. So.
Then we have rest in peace number 3, Dale Earnhardt. Probably the greatest racer of all time if you talk to a lot of people.
Right. And his nickname was the Intimidator, right?
Yes, I believe so. And then we have Jeff Gordon.
For those of you that were a little bit late on the whole racing, at least in my generation, and you knew who Dale Earnhardt Sr. was, but you more grew up on Jeff Gordon and Dale Jr. This is one of those guys from that generation. So that highlights all of our stuff that we have in front of us. So like we said, just a little bit shorter show, not a lot of cardboard to talk about. We're sure that more likely because it was a smaller show this week, that next week's probably going to be decently heavy.
Yep.
So
expect a long one. Expect a good one.
Yep.
We're here till 8, and we're here to sell you stuff, and we're here to help you find stuff. So if you come on in, talk to us what you need, we'll help you find it.
Yep. And ignore Prime Days. Come to us and spend your money. So.
I hear Prime. I think Logan Paul, and that just makes me sad.
There you go. I actually haven't had that yet. Have you ever had that Prime drink?
No. I don't trust it because it's Logan Paul.
He did win his last match, didn't he?
He did not.
He did not? Oh, wow. That tells you how long it's been since I paid attention to his boxing career.
No, he's not boxing anymore. He's doing pro wrestling.
Oh, there you go. Now I'm way beyond. So you guys have a good night. We'll see you next week.